How did you guys get in? How did you guys get in the front door? What are you guys doing here? What is up? I hope you guys are doing okay. You might be wondering why the hell am I filming myself in bed. This is my most vulnerable position, and this is also the position I spend the most of my time in. So I figured, why not do a video in bed? I also just woke up like 30 minutes ago, so I have tried to film a couple videos in the past couple days, and I genuinely have hated all of them. So I'm kind of struggling a little bit right now, but I think the best thing for my mental health is to just speak. I love to talk. It's like we're on FaceTime. Just pretend we're on FaceTime, guys. It is currently a Monday, which is hella random. Like, why am I in bed on 10:30 on a Monday? Because it's a public holiday today, so there's no work. I am just chilling in bed. It's been great. I had a great sleep in. It's always the best. I had some great dreams. I actually had a dream. Okay, whoa. I had a dream that I crashed into a fence. Like, I had a bunch of people in my car and I backed into a fence, like, really fast. And it, like, knocked the whole fence down. All because I couldn't find the brake on my pedals, which obviously wouldn't happen in real life, but I've woken up like, oh my god, I've had a car crash. Anyway, I've been feeling a little bit like off recently. I guess you could say anxious, mostly because of the state of the world right now, and I'm guessing that everyone's feeling the same, which is comforting in a way because we're not doing this alone. But I think it would be good to just like have a little chill session. Think of this as like a podcast. Maybe I'll turn this into a podcast. I would never do that. Anyway, isn't Emma Chamberlain already doing that? Anything goes. It's pretty much her in her bed. But the state of the world right now, obviously it's very, very sad. I genuinely am like really scared for like all the world. I was talking to my family and I was like, I genuinely don't care about like fuel prices. Yeah, it's gonna affect me and shit like that, but I'm like, I care about the people that are gonna die. There's already been children dying all over the world, and adding this is just not gonna help. And I just think Donald Trump should get shot. Maybe I shouldn't put that in the video because that's gonna actually like maybe get me killed. But you know, it's like affecting every part of me. And I wish it wasn't, but like, that's just the reality of who I am. Let's move on from the war topic. Last night, I went to a gig in Melbourne. If you didn't know, I go to a few gigs in Melbourne every once in a while because my brother's in a band. So I go up to Melbourne kind of a bit to like see him play at different venues and stuff. Every time we go to a gig, it's pretty much in like the northern suburbs, right? And everyone is just so cool. And every time I'm like preparing myself to go there, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna wear because I need to look like I fit in. And I never do because everyone looks so cool and I look like a fucking sack of potatoes. Yeah, I always look so horrible. I think I look cool and then I like compare myself to everyone. I'm like, oh, my fit is not as cool as everyone's right now. I really want to be a cool fashionista. Speaking of styles, I want to change my style. I want to change my style for autumn. Now, I'm so excited for autumn. I think autumn is literally my favorite season of all time. I love when the leaves go orange. I love how it gets a little bit colder. It's kind of a nostalgic season for me. So I want to change my kind of vibe for autumn. I do have a Pinterest board for it. Let me get this up. Hello? Why can't I type? So I'll show you what I'm sort of going for. I'll put it on the screen. Do I look sick? Like 2000s autumn, there's ones that are like really rustic sort of vibes, and then there's ones that are kind of more browns, a little less of the oranges, more muted sort of pinks, greens, all that sort of thing. I love pink and green as a color combo. Yeah, but it's so hard getting these items because there's literally nowhere in Australia that does it. So I have to like really go digging through Depop, and Depop can be so overpriced sometimes that I've been on Depop like every night for the past like 2 weeks, like trying to look for things, and it's just like so hard for me. I don't know. I can never bite the bullet and actually get anything. Yeah, so I want to look cool for the Melbourne baddies because the dating apps aren't working for me. Guys, I've had Hinge since I was like 18 years old, right? I have been on one date. Now, it could have been multiple more. I don't know if it's I'm too picky or I have too high standards, but I feel like I'm liking profiles. I'm running out of free likes, right? Like this has happened to me. I've been running out of free likes, but no one's been like returning the like. You know, it's not the best feeling. You know, when you like someone's profile, you work up the courage to like do a funny response to one of their prompts and then nothing. It's just great. I love it. It's a really hit to the ego though. Jesus Christ. But if I look really cool for these Melbourne people and I go to a gig and then they walk up to me and they're like, hey, I like your fit, then maybe something can happen there. But no one's been coming up to me. I know I'm like the sexiest woman alive. Like obviously I'm like really, really hot, but no one's coming up to me. No one's ever no one's ever come up to me and been like, you're hot, what's your number? That's never happened to me. Ever. So I think there's something wrong with me. We'll see if I change my wardrobe, we'll see what happens then, because I don't need to change my body or my face because I'm hot enough anyway. Oh my God, guys, I looked so hot last night. I don't know what it was, but my makeup was just hitting. My makeup's been hitting recently. Oh, I look so good. And I just like kept looking in the mirror and I'm like, fuck, I look really sexy right now. That's self-love for you. I have some gigs coming up, but now thinking about kind of what's going on with the war, I hope they can make it over here, because I have Max and George Useless Hotline podcast tour. That's like next month. Yeah, I've got that. That's in April. And then I've got Masayoshi Takanaka, which is like a city pop guitarist from like the 70s that's from like Japan. So excited for that. That's gonna be really good. I think that's it for like the near future. And then I've got like Harry Styles in December, and then I also have Wolf Alice in December. Guys, I'm so excited that I got Wolf Alice tickets. I saw Wolf Alice at Laneway, and it was a magical spiritual experience. I only knew one song, Don't Delete the Kisses, which mind you is like my favorite song of all time. Like I knew that was going to move me in a certain way that would bring me to tears. I was not prepared for the rest of the set. My lord. And we were so close. I'll see if I can insert some photos and some videos here. We were so close to the stage. I remember we were like going down to the stage and we just like kept finding space to go in, and we were like, why is no one here? I think everyone was at Malcolm Todd, and then they came on and it was so amazing. They're so underrated. But yeah, we thought we weren't going to be able to go to the Wolf Alice concert in Melbourne because we thought it was going to be the same week as Meredith Music Festival, but it wasn't, because Meredith Music Festival is now the week after we thought it was. So literally that week for us looks like Wolf Alice, Harry Styles, and then Meredith Music Festival. It's gonna be crazy. That's what I'm looking forward to. I always have to have something I'm looking forward to get through life. I think that's a pretty normal thing, right? I'm on the brink always, but if I remember I'm going to Wolf Alice, I'm like, yes. Harry Styles. If you didn't know, I was a huge Harry Styles fan back in the day. Still am a big Harry Styles fan, but definitely not as big as I used to be. I'm sorry for everyone that knew me in that time of my life, because I was definitely the most annoying person ever. I was such a fangirl. But yeah, going to him is going to be really fun. And the album, guys, I love the album. Quickly, I'm going to do my top 3. So number 1 is Dance No More. Number 2, I would say Pop. Number 3, Coming Up Roses. Yeah, but I used to be such a big fangirl, like literally like reading fan fictions. I remember I was always like reading 10 at a time. I did have Wattpad. I think I paid for Wattpad like premium, like not even kidding. It's so embarrassing. Like I love being a fangirl. Like now I would still consider myself a fangirl. That was like next level. But I think that's just like the fandom of the One Direction, like the Directioners. I kind of grew out of it, but I'm still a fangirl. Speaking of fangirl, I love edits. I think that's the one thing that hasn't left my body and my brain from like the One Direction days when I was obsessed with that, are the edits. My whole TikTok favorites are pretty much edits. I am such a sucker for a good edit. If it has a hot person to a song that I like, sorry, I'm gonna be favoriting it, and I'm going to be reposting it, and I'm gonna post it to my Snapchat story as well. And I genuinely know no one cares, but oh guys, the other day the footy was on. Hawthorn played opening round. So the footy season's started, which is great. I love the footy season, But I'm scared about how Hawthorn are going to perform because they did not play well on the weekend. They did not play well on Saturday. We played GWS in Sydney and it was just like not really a fun time. But we got the Bombers this week, so it should be, we'll see what happens there. Yeah, footy season's up and running, so there might be some footy vlogs coming. But I don't know if I can bring my camera into the MCG. Because if you didn't know, like Hawthorn's home ground is the MCG. The biggest stadium in the Southern Hemisphere, by the way. You don't care. But I don't know if I can bring this camera. I need to look into like the T's and C's about bringing cameras in. Cannot wait for the footy season. I become a different person in the footy season. It's what my life revolves around. So this is something to look forward to. Guys, we've got so much to look forward to. There's no need to worry. Whatever's going to happen in the world is going to happen. You don't have any control over it. All you can do is either dwell in it or just try and make the best of it, any scenario. And you know what the best thing to do in the scenario is? Subscribe to Claire the Bester Band, because I'm going to be posting some videos. And it's going to be really fun and exciting and just like really a good time. It's always a fun time here in Claire the Bester Band, inside me. It's really... What? That was not called for, dude. What the fuck? It's always a fun time here. So subscribe and you get to see, you know, it's a feast for the eyes. Look at me. Look at me. Subscribe for some more fun things. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also like the video. You know what? Also liking shows me that you enjoyed the video. And also comment down below some favorite things that you're doing recently. Tell me where you're from. I would like to know where you guys are from. What country are you guys from? A good portion of you guys watch but aren't subscribed. How dare you do this? You betrayed me. You need to subscribe right now. But guys, it's free. It's for free. You can always unsubscribe later if you're not enjoying. I'll think of a better thing to do next week than talk to my camera in my bed. You know, this is my channel. I can do what I actually want. Bye.